What's up, guys? Welcome to Mike's Garage. Got the 3rd gen 4Runner. We are going to be doing the thing you got to do to these or else you're going to die. That is the lower ball joint replacement. So if you guys haven't checked out my series, check it out. I went ahead and built this coastal off-road from flat plate. Thing turned out absolutely freaking sick. So I got videos on all of this stuff, and we did the rock sliders and everything. But we are redoing this 3rd gen. We need to lift it soon, but went ahead and finished this side. It looks great. I'll show you what you got to do. Just kind of slightly painted up the frame a little bit with some flat black. This thing is like pristine though. I got to tell you guys, like before I even painted it, I'm just doing that for extra, basically. But I mean, this is what the frame looks like. It's awesome. But you know, why not paint it now before it gets rusty or whatever? So let's go ahead, pop this tire on. I'll go to the other side. These are the items you're gonna need. You're gonna need a dog chilling, scander, but BFH, maybe some pliers, not necessary. Little stubby impact, the new version, not necessary, but it is nice. A pick, you could do this with a flathead. It got a ball joint separator, not necessary unless you want to keep your tie rods nice. We got a flathead screwdriver. We've got a pickle fork for the lower ball joints, because why not? Viz torque, that is good. After you torque everything down, you can visually look and know that you torqued down the bolts, you don't have anything loose. Some red Loctite, 14, a 19, a 24 mil. We are going to need a torque wrench, new bolts, new flange bolts from Toyota, OE. This is OE Toyota lower ball joint. Don't buy the eBay ones. The eBay ones are possibly fake because they are way cheaper. So anyways, let's go ahead. We'll pop that one on, finish that side up, pop this wheel off, and I'll show you what you got. Those Firestone Destination XTs and those 1552 wheels off. This is it right here. This guy. This is what's gonna kill you. These 4 bolts in this lower ball joint. So we're gonna go ahead and take the cotter pin off, pop that bad boy out, and then we also have this castle nut here with the tie rod. So I think I'll do the tie rod first this time because I forgot to do that last time, and we'll hit those. But it's pretty straightforward. You can see that this is basically pulling apart as you're driving. The upper one is correct because it's pushing in, but this one is literally trying to rip it apart the whole time that you're driving down the road. So every 100,000 miles, or when you feel like you're gonna die, if you've had a lot of abuse, maybe more, change those out. Or we can even change out the lower control arm to an aftermarket style one, but that's gonna cost you pretty much thousands of dollars. But yeah, let's do it. 19 milli on this bad boy. Bust it off. We're good on there. And then what you're gonna wanna do is put the nut back on the top. So bust that out of there. We'll grab our ball joint separator, which is this guy right here. Just kind of shove it in. Make sure not to tear the boot, and we'll put a 24 milli till this pops off. Loud noise. Here we go. Yeah, dude. Kind of flinch a little there. Now we can remove these 4 14 mils on the bottom here, and we'll replace those with all new bolts. Gotta get this lower ball joint situation off. You can see the cotter pin is down here. Pop the cotter pin out of the castle nut, and then we'll use our pickle fork and break that loose. BFH and pickle fork time. Get right and home. Oh yeah, give it some wax. All right, separated. We'll hit the rest of those 14s now. That sucks up. You can see it literally goes up. Normally that's something that would push down, but now we got to get this kind of out of the way. You can see there's that lower tie rod, or that lower ball joint, lower ball joint, and we can pull the whole thing out. Somehow when I used that tool on this, I kind of screwed it up. So I gotta squeeze this together because it's just basically spinning within itself, and it just spins the ball joint. So you gotta clamp that. Also, like, this thing doesn't necessarily feel bad or anything, but it is kind of loose in comparison to newer one, oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot tighter, but anyways, that's something that should be replaced about every 100,000. Also, like, this thing doesn't necessarily feel bad or anything, but it is kind of loose in comparison to newer one. Oh yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot tighter, but anyways, that's something that should be replaced about every 100,000. On this, I literally put my screwdriver in here, hit it with my impact. Yeah, when you put this back on, just make sure it's nice and flush, because I'll tell you what, this castle nut, oh my goodness, I think we're gonna need a different one. Yeah, that doesn't look too good. So I might have to go buy, yeah, I might have to go buy that, because that's, threads on here are still fine, but man, castle nut, not so much. Let me see if I have any. I'm not sure, like, I might have some, because I have a lot of hardware. Yeah, so I definitely, like, really freaking destroyed the threads on that. So anyways, don't do that. If you're gonna bust this off, just make sure it's farther down. I think I added it at the top, and I was just, it must have just been on there like that or something. And then I basically put on all the pressure with this bad boy, and it wasn't too happy. So anyways, let's go ahead and replace the lower ball joint. So you should be getting OE Toyota ones, as you can see here. ALN left, so driver's side, left side. So yep, we're gonna put this on. It will install this direction and go back onto here. But yeah, you can see how old and crusty that old one is. Definitely time for, I'm gonna use some red Loctite, Torque Viz, once I torque these all down. These go to 59 foot-pounds. I wanna say this one goes to like 109 or something. But anyways, that one is right there. For the castle nut, we got a new cotter pin. So let's go ahead and put some of this Loctite on there, and we'll get this on. Now we just kind of line this all up. I did paint a little bit of this stuff. I just want to paint anything like Rust-Oleum that might possibly rust down the line. It's almost a 30-year-old car now, which is freaking wild. But doing this now will protect it, especially when I go snow wheeling and just in any mud or whatever. So we're lining those up to the holes. Where are they? Right there. We'll get all those lined up and put the bolts in. 59, perfect. And we hit all 4 of those. All right, I got the castle nut torqued to 112. Now we're gonna go ahead and just dial in the little, you know, whatever this is called. What is this called? Cotter pin. That's the word I'm looking for, cotter pin. So we will, I gotta go to the parts store, I guess. I gotta go get this. I'll use a little bit of torque stripe. I love using this on everything that I torque down. All my other stuff, you know, it's not like this because I haven't nut and bolt checked the whole car. So when I torque something to spec, I make sure to put a little bit of torque stripe on here, put it between the piece and like the area. That way if it breaks, you can kind of tell. More so like that. That one's not that great because I did it left-handed. And then I'm actually gonna write on this, I'm gonna write 25 for the year on here, and if I can. So I kind of wrote on there 25 year and 290K. We'll let that dry up. We'll get this busted on here a little bit better. Whack that a little bit, and this is all good. Let's go get that new castle. Also, while I'm at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this. I'm getting a little bit of rubbage. Wow. It's a little BFH action to this pinch weld now, and we'll a little bit of whackage, and yeah, let's go ahead and paint. While this definitely wasn't my favorite move, this castle nut is toast. It's an M14 1.5 thread pitch, so went ahead and grabbed a couple castle nuts, so at least I'll have some of those now. I think it's gonna be, no, not that one. It's this guy right here, I want to say. And yeah, so that castle nut's good now. We'll go ahead and reinstall that and put a cotter pin in it, but we are good to go there. It is a bit of a different size though. I don't love that, but yeah, they didn't have any tie rods. I would love one as a spare. Maybe in the future I'll be replacing these. Maybe when I do the suspension, I'll just do inners, outers. Just why not? You know, you kind of refresh stuff and it's nice. I don't know. And then we'll do the sway bar bushings and all that stuff. So okay, so that's pretty much it. Just yeah, don't strip that. Don't do that, and you won't have to use some weird castle nut situation. So this is all torqued down. Like I said, 25 the year, 290K basically on the mileage there. So we know we're basically good to 390K on the mileage. So that's where we'll be going, close to 400,000, man. I love it. Let's see. Yep, went ahead and painted up the frame, smashed that all down, kind of painted that area, painted up any of the suspension components kind of under here, get it looking good. This frame is very, very rust free. As you can see, I built these rock sliders recently as well, so check out the video on that if you haven't. Full RCI skids underneath. We are getting this thing super ready, super capable. 1552s and Firestone. Huge shout out to those guys. These wheels and tires look freaking awesome. Yeah, can't wait to put an e-locker on this thing. That'll be coming up soon, I think. I think that's next. Oh, coil rad radiator. We'll be doing a video on that, and a trans cooler, and be doing a transmission flush. Also, I guess we got to put a ARB breather on this. That would be good for the rear diff, and maybe for the front diff as well. So hell yeah, more stuff to come. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video. I always forget to say it, but you know, like, share, subscribe, hit that subscribe button if this video helped you out, helps me out. Try to get to 100K. We're like 92,000 or something. It's like not many more, but it's taking forever. It would be nice to get to 100K. So anyways, thanks guys, hope this video helped. Later, and Rinchon.